but I'm still a Jersey Cityite. Amen? Amen. I worked with Mayor Cunningham until his death. I was his aide. I preached his funeral. And then I went over with Harvey Smith. Now, there's one thing you got to watch out. You ever heard about divide and conquer? Huh? Yeah. Now, money will make folk divide and conquer. And we got to watch out. Money can't save our children. Amen. Only Jesus can save them. I wish I had some witnesses here. Amen. Huh? And because Jesus can save them, we need somebody that's got a heart to Jesus. Yes. Amen? Amen. I know Harvey Smith, and when he was coaching my son's basketball. Me too. Isn't that right? And because I've known him from that point up, some people tried to get me to go against him. But you don't go against a person who's your friend. Amen. Come on, somebody. Amen. You stick with that person who knows how to get the job done. All right. Now, listen here. Anybody play the piano here? No. Huh? You know about a piano, don't you? Yes. You can play a note, the black keys. You can play a note on the white keys. But in order to play harmony, you got to play both of them together. All right. Bring it on in. Bring it on in. And so I come to tell you today, let's learn how to play harmony. All right. It's time for harmony. It's time for another black man to run this city and to help black people and everybody else. And Harvey Smith is not just for black people. He's for everybody. You got to have somebody for everybody. Thank you. You go to the clothes, go out and tell somebody. All right. Tell them. You can play a note on the black keys. You can play a note on the white keys. But in order to play harmony, you got to play the black and white keys together.
And what is happening is, if you got cable, he's denying that crime is up. What they've done is change how you put it down. But you know the one thing, you know where we got those stats at? We got the statistics on this from Jersey City CompStat report on the computer. Crime is rising. Every year it rose, and he has denied dealing with it until now. It's election time. You'll see some police. You know you had a policeman in this complex, and he's sitting here right here with me. And the reason why he's running with me is because we're sick and tired of our kids killing themselves. Yeah. We're sick and tired of these gangs, and they're not using the solutions that are simple. We need to give them some training, give them a reentry program. Newark has a reentry program. He didn't apply for the reentry program. I need you to help me. He had $3 million. He spent over $2-something million because he figures that he can tell you anything. And you know the saying about the raining, and you'll go for it. Please, this ain't the time to be playing with personalities. This is about real people doing real jobs. This is about people committed to being here and overlapping. I brought Calvin down because he overlaps. He's in Ward F. Ward F and Ward A in the black community is like a war zone. We have to stop someplace. Look at what they've done with the housing complexes. They've dislocated most of the people, offered them a few nickels. They took the nickels, they ran, and now they're going to places where in a minute their rent is going to be jacked up so high they're going to have to get out of town. And ain't going to be anything smoking. The point that we are at is at a point that if we do not do what we need to do about this, problem-oriented policing is the solution. Nobody's coming up with a solution, but myself, my team, and we are here to ask you, please, spread this. I don't have the money to do a bunch of ads. I don't have the city government to print and use the incinerator authority and to hire people and tell them after they finish working, if you don't come out and campaign for the mayor, you ain't getting a job the next day. That's what he's doing. The Second Chance program was a program I wrote for my college theses and my master's program. It works. I know how to work it. It'll work if you give me a chance to work it.
Now you know I know Curries Woods. Okay, and a lot of you know when these buildings was up here,
That's right.
and I was the only cop out here.
That's right.
Okay?
I know
Now
that.
y'all know that my office was in this building.
That's right.
And the boys was all out on the outside, and I run around and I get them. But not only would I get them,
My son.
I take them to rehab.
Over there. Let the church say amen.
I take them to rehab. I get them jobs.
That's right.
You know, not only I might lock them up. I tell them I'm not the one that locked you up. I was just your vehicle to get you to the jail. You locked yourself up. So I want to take that whole concept to the whole city. Because okay, our kids need a chance.
That's right.
You know, our kids are dying at a record rate. You know, and some of us are just sitting on our hands. You see, a friend of mine, he did 18 years in jail, and what he calls it the monkey trap. See, the monkey trap is something like this. During slavery times, the slavers had to have protein. And they found out that the monkey meat had a lot of protein in it. So they had to catch the monkey. So what they did, they took a gourd, and the gourd is like a vase. And it has a small opening in the front, and it's wide in the back. And I could put my hand in the gourd like this, but if I close my fist, I can't get my hand out. So they found out that the monkey liked shiny objects. So they would hang a shiny object inside this gourd. And the monkey would come along and he'd stick his hand in the gourd to grab this shiny object. And the trappers would walk up to the monkey and beat him to death for that meat. Because that monkey would not let go of that shiny object. So this is what they do to our kids.
That's right.
See, they wave that gold and that glitter in front of them. And our kids reach in there and they grab that.
Yes.
And they hold on to that. And they are beaten to death. Not beaten physically, but mentally. And then they don't give them anything to help them get back into the community, to make them. There's a lot of kids out here that don't want to do the wrong. There's a lot of kids out here that don't want to do the wrong, but the system keeps recycling them because it costs more money to keep them in jail than it does to educate them.
That's right.
And a lot of you parents, you asked for help before your child got into trouble. And the system told you, you gotta wait till they get into trouble before we can help them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what is that telling you? A police force that doesn't reflect the community that it serves. You know, I gotta get on that. We got 900 men and women on the Jersey City police force. We got less than 100 blacks. Less than 100 blacks on a 900-man police department. You know, because we have the illusion of inclusion.
That's right.
You know, we feel we made it. And then none of us reach back to help these kids get out of this situation, to show them to get out of here. So I got a problem with that. So as you all know, I always reached back here. I had Ted Koppel hanging off the building. I had actors hanging off the buildings. I had Rigby calling me, "What you doing with Ted Koppel on the roof?" You understand? You know, doing street stories, which turned out very positive for Curries Woods.
That's right.
A positive aspect, because there's a lot of positive that comes out of here.
But Calvin, you're a positive person.
But
Come on.
I'm gonna make positive, then I want to take it to the city. Because I got a positive leader in L. Harvey Smith.
All right.
Okay, I got a positive leader in L. Harvey Smith.